Israel says it's killed Iran's most senior military commander and close aide to its supreme leader Ali Khamenei. The military says wartime chief of staff Ali Shadmani died in an airstrike in central Tehran following, quote, precise intelligence. It's the second time in 5 days that Israel says it's killed the person occupying the post, and it comes as Israel also broadens strikes on its arch foe. On Monday, Israel ordered about 300,000 people in Tehran to evacuate ahead of airstrikes. Meanwhile, U.S. President Donald Trump wrote on social media that everyone in Tehran should evacuate. The city counts some 10 million inhabitants, or 17 million, in the greater metropolitan area. Well, for more on this story, I'm joined by our international affairs editor, Angela Diffley. Angela, Donald Trump, we've actually just heard from him. He's on his way back to Washington after cutting his trip to the G7 summit in Canada short. He said that he was looking for a real end to this conflict, not a ceasefire. Any clues as to what he meant by that?
Well, Trump always has this tactical ambiguity thing where he doesn't give too much away. He likes the surprise element, or maybe he doesn't really know what he wants some of the time, hasn't quite made a decision. So, no, I don't know what he means. There are three options, really. It appears, I think, probably too early to talk for a ceasefire from the American point of view. Whatever about whether Donald Trump wanted this war in the beginning, it is possible that the United States and very many other countries in the region and elsewhere are quietly satisfied at the work Israel is doing and would like it perhaps to go a little further before there is any talk of ceasefire. We will see. But from what he said, saying, it's nothing to do with the ceasefire, it is possible that that is the thinking. The other alternatives, of course, are, will the United States get involved and will things escalate? Will they lend Israel their bunker busters, which can, or use their bunker busters, which can reach those nuclear facilities which are deep, deep underground, under a mountain, in the case of the Fordo one. And the Israelis cannot do that on their own. Are the Americans thinking of helping in other ways? We know they've already helped in terms of Israeli defences. The third issue, of course, is this question of eliminating Khamenei. We were told that Trump vetoed the idea in a phone call with Netanyahu. We don't know if that's true or not. But it's true that Trump is, any decision he makes, he will be thinking about two key things. Israel, whatever the relationship, is a very key ally of the United States. But Trump's MAGA base do not like foreign interventions, do not like getting involved in foreign wars, and it's all about domestic policy. So he will be thinking about those two issues.
You mentioned Khamenei there. Israel, of course, not ruling out efforts to potentially kill him. Is regime change in Iran what Israel wants out of all of this, or is it simply wiping out its nuclear program?
Well, Netanyahu said they did not rule out removing Khamenei. In a sense, that doesn't mean anything. In a war, you do not publicly rule out anything. It doesn't say we intend to target him. It doesn't say very much in reality. Their stated aims are that they would like to destroy Iran's nuclear capability and its ballistic missiles, which are a real worry to Israel because, there's 1,000 kilometers or so between Iran and Israel. Those ballistic missiles can, as we've seen, do damage, even though they have their Iron Dome and even though many Israelis have air raid shelters under their homes. So the Israelis really do want that achieved. In terms of regime change, he has said quite clearly that would be a result, perhaps. It is perhaps the hope of the Israelis that when they have done the damage they want to, the Iranians themselves might somehow get rid of Khamenei. Although the Israelis would probably like to see him gone, everyone is fully aware that that sort of operation, when it's imposed from the outside, rarely works. Look at Iraq, where Saddam Hussein was deposed. It was not followed by an orderly transition to a peaceful democracy. It's a very messy business. Would Israel's interest be best served by Khamenei remaining there or some sort of ensuing chaos? Ideally, the Israelis would no doubt say, with Khamenei gone and a successful democracy nearby.